when to stop a bully, when to help someone who's being bullied, when to talk to an adult. That's something we can talk about to stop bullying, is work with the bystanders. Because I got to tell you, you're not going to see all the bullying. Because I may be a bully, but I'm not stupid. I might be mean, but I'm not stupid. If I'm going to pick on you, I'm not going to do it in front of her. No way, she's gone. I'll do it in front of you because you're all the same age. I'm not going to do it in front of her. I'm not going to do it in front of that mother over there. She's a mother. She's going to tell the principal. I'm going to do it when only other kids are around. And I'll say, if you tell anybody, I'm going to call you a tattletale. So you're not going to say anything. Ooh, what's a tattletale? When do I help? When do I not? When do I mind my own business? When do I get involved? We have to teach. But what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about, what if you are bullied? What if you have a child who's being bullied? What if you are being bullied? There are different things you can try, different strategies. Not every strategy that you're going to see up here is always going to be appropriate. You just want to have different tools and figure out what's the best tool for the job. So let's just say, because I said most bullying is not physical, I want to talk about verbal. But, actually, let me go back for a second. I did put this in yellow because I always like to tell people, if you are being physically bullied, somebody is grabbing you. Scott, would you stand up for a second, please? Let's say this guy, here, I'm going to just give you a paper there. Would you hold on to that, please? Let's just say this big bully is grabbing me. It's the least common type of bullying, but it might happen. He grabs me and just grabbed me, all right? Now, I don't want to get beat up. I have a right to protect myself, so what I can do is self-defense. I broke through, I broke his, and I pushed him away, and now I'm going to get out of here. Bye-bye, okay? As opposed to, grab me again, okay? He grabbed me, I step on his foot, I knock him down, go down on a knee, please. Great, I knocked him down. Now, I got power, I got control. Ha, boom, ha, I can throw things on top of you. Ha, boom, ah, boom. Ah. Okay, wait. Now I'm the aggressive person. My point is that, stand up again, you always have a right to protect yourself if you are being physically assaulted. Get safe, push off, and as soon as you can, get help. Okay? But, like I said, physical bullying, the least common. You can sit down, thank you. So what do you do if you are the victim or the target of the most common type of bullying, which is verbal bullying? So if somebody calls you a name, you've probably heard maybe parents say this. Maybe as a parent you said this to your kid. Ignore. Ignoring is a strategy to have. It's not always the best strategy, but it's a strategy. And if it works, great. Why does it work? If it's done correctly, what does a verbal bully want? Go ahead.
To hurt somebody's feelings with your mouth.
To hurt somebody's feelings with their mouth. Usually, you want to see me turn red or cry, or with that provocative victim to start putting on a show. Oh yeah, you said something about my mother? Come on, I'll beat you up. I'll beat you up with one hand, Tom. Okay, I want to see the show. So, you didn't want to beat me up. You didn't want to steal my phone or anything. You just wanted to see me either cry or get big. And let's say I do that. You win. So what's going to happen tomorrow? You're going to probably do it again. Because I'm fun. So the idea is you have to teach a kid to ignore. Ignoring looks like this. It's pretty boring. It's not this. It's not la, 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 I can't hear you. That's not ignoring, okay? Ignoring is not, I'm ignoring you, I don't hear you. That's not ignoring. Ignoring actually looks very boring, but it's not passive. It just means that I'm not letting you win. I'm not letting you rile me up. So for instance, how about this, Scott? How about I'm standing here, I'm looking at this piece of paper, and what I'm going to ask you to do is you walk by, call me a loser or an idiot. Okay, I'm just minding my own business. La, la, la. Whatever. See, he kept going. This was a good strategy because he kept going. He was just walking by calling me a loser. Was I happy about it? No. Was I upset? Maybe. Maybe I was really upset, but I'm not showing him. He just walked by, all right? That's a good time to use that strategy. I'm going to get you up again later, but you can sit down, okay? All right, he's not, thank you. Okay, the point is, if I'm upset, that's fine. But don't be upset in front of him where he sees that you're upset, or the other people that might be with him. Maybe it wasn't just him walking by, maybe it was like 3 or 4 people. So just like, let it go. But you say, just let it go, but I am upset. It really bothers me. Fine. You need to walk away, be where you're by yourself, maybe go to an adult who you trust, and then express your feelings in a healthy way. And by the way, I need to talk to you about how to express my feelings in a healthy way. Hitting that wall, not a healthy way. Crying, writing it out, drawing pictures, exercising, something to let out the energy is fine, but not in front of the people that were making fun of you. Now the thing is, if he walks by and every time he does it, I'm just like, whatever, okay? He's probably going to stop. Is it a guarantee? Nope. So there's a couple of other things you want to try, but it's good to say, that's one thing I'll try. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, maybe I need to walk away. Like what happens, Colleen, why don't you come up here this time? Now this is very hard. When I have people come in, are you a teacher? I see staff. Okay, you're probably a very nice person.
I'm very nice.
You're very nice. So what happens is I ask these people to come up and be mean to me, and they're not used to being mean. So you, okay, oh. How about,
I can do both.
You could do both. How about we change it up a little bit, and what if I'm reading my piece of paper? And by the way, it's possible I might have a friend with me, okay? You can come up to me, for instance. Why don't you, I'm just going to direct you a little bit, call me loser, jerk, moron, idiot, whatever you want. In fact, you could even put your hand in front of my face a little bit, all right? So I'm just talking with my friends, we're looking at something, and action.
Loser.
Stay here and do that. Just keep doing it. Okay.
You're such
So
a
she's
loser.
doing it.
You are.
Ignoring is not going to work. There comes a point.
Loser.
Okay. So what did I do? You are good at this, see? Scary. In this particular case, I can't ignore this. Now, by the way, let's understand, if we were equals and I wasn't really intimidated by her, once again, I say, we were not in a bullying situation. So maybe I would react. But I want to start out. This is a bullying situation. So maybe it's not only Colleen, but it's Colleen and Scott and a few other people, and I'm by myself. They got lots of friends. I have no friends. Maybe they're in 8th grade and I'm in 5th grade. Whatever it is where there's the power difference, if I just get into a fight, physically or verbally, there's a good chance I'm going to lose. That's because we're in a bullying situation. So I can't get them to stop. I can't just ignore it, because how long am I supposed to stand here and ignore this in my face? Not very long at all. So when I walk away, my head is up, my back is straight, and I'm here, and I'm going to walk to where there are safe adults. So it might look like this. So just do it again. Fine. So now I'm walking over here where there are some adults. All right? Look what I did not do. I did not do this. Do it again.
Loser.
Oh, stop it. I hate when you do it. Okay? Don't do that. If you do that, yell, scream, wake your arms up, and yeah, like kids sometimes, ooh, okay? You're entertaining the bullies. We don't want to entertain the bullies. I'm walking with my head up, my back straight, I'm controlled, and I'm going to where they're adults. Remember before I said bullies are not stupid. They might be mean, but if I'm walking over here, just even close to this adult, most likely she's going to stop. Because she's not going to bully me right in front of the teacher or the police officer or even the parent. If I walk over to an empty bathroom, an empty hallway, an empty part of the recess field, they'll come after me. So I don't even have to go to the adults. I don't even have to do this. I just have to do this. See right there. I'm good. Good grapes, thank you. All right. Now what happens, you might say, all right, I try to ignore them. It didn't work. I tried to walk away. They followed me. Or, by the way, what if you're on the bus? Where am I supposed to walk on the bus? Well, I can go to the front of the bus. That's not bad. But I can't just walk off the bus. Or, what if it's my turn at the computer? I've been waiting, and I'm doing my thing. And she comes over, and she's annoying me. Should I walk away? Wait a second. If I walk away, she gets to use the computer. That's what she wanted. That's not fair. Now, I'm in a bad situation because she's bigger, older, more popular, got more friends, whatever that bullying power difference is. I need a different strategy. Ignoring's not working. I don't want to walk away so fast. How about assertively tell the person to stop? And then, if you can, and if appropriate, you walk away. That's a lot. Assertively tell somebody to stop. We have to teach kids who don't have a lot of power how to use that power. It's a skill. Some of us adults, we just got it. Maybe we had adults in our lives that showed it. Maybe it was a little pixie dust and we just knew how to be strong and powerful. But if not, it's a skill that can be taught. So very often I talk to adults, a lot of adults here, and teachers, and I actually practice with young people themselves this skill. Assertiveness, understand a couple of things. It's being strong without being aggressive. Aggressive is aggressive. Stop it! I'll beat you up. That's aggressive. Assertive is quiet. It's standing still. I'm still being respectful to myself and to you, but I'm powerful. All right? So I want to talk a little bit. And it's standing up for yourself. It's not good if every time you're bullied, you always have to run to an adult. It's good if you need to. Just like me as an adult, if Scott's bothering me and my girlfriend walking down the street, I'm not just going to run off to the police, but if you don't stop, I will. But one of the things I might do first is say, hey, Scott, stop. Leave me alone. Notice what I did here. My body is standing straight up. I'm in control. Okay, so let's look through this. On the inside, I might be very nervous. I might be sweating. My heart might be beating. He's a big guy. He's scaring me, but I can't show that. All right? I have to be calm. What else does it say? Body language. Body is strong and still. All right? I'm not like this. I'm not like this. I'm in control of my face. In other words, I don't look like this. I'm like this. Standing up straight. Head up, back straight. My hands are in front or by my side. They're not in my pocket. Okay? And I look at him. I make that eye contact. It's not a staring contest. It's not like this. Okay? And I'm not giving someone the evil eye. Okay? It's more like, just for a moment, we're going to make some eye contact. It can be very powerful. And I tell kids who have a real hard time looking somebody in the eye, look at the tip of their nose. Look at their eyebrows, just for a moment. Tone of voice. Just like you have to control your body, you have to control your tone of voice. You don't want to yell. You don't want to, like, screech. You don't want to talk so fast that they can't understand you, because that's really fast, so don't talk too fast. You don't want to mumble, but leave me alone. You're whining and everything like that. No. You want to be in control. What's your name? Annette. That's right. We met earlier. So it might be, if Annette's saying things that's bothering me, it might be, would you stand up, Annette, please? It might be this. Remember now, this is kind of a bullying situation. I'm not feeling equal, but I do have to kind of get my inner strength here. And maybe I've practiced this. Just like you practice fire drills. How many fires have you guys had in your schools over the years? 0.
My school has had
One, maybe. And since you were in kindergarten, how many times have you had a fire drill? Probably once a month for your whole life.
Sometimes I've had them more often.
Even more often sometimes, you're saying, very good. But very few fires, but you've practiced. This is the same thing. I might have to practice with somebody, an adult I trust, to learn how to look somebody in the eye, stand up, and say, Annette, cut it out. And then I turn, like I did before, by the way, when I walked away, turn and walk away if you can. If I was at the computer and she was bothering me at the computer and she was bugging me, I might say, Annette, stop it. It's my turn. Your turn is in 10 minutes. And I turn back to the computer. Okay? Wow, that's a lot. Standing up straight, even though you're nervous and scared, you might be sweating, and just say something like, stop, cut it out, leave me alone. Maybe in social aggression, I said it was my friends, and my friends are trying to get me to do something I don't want to do, like, come on, Steve, if you're cool, you'll smoke this cigarette. Come on, everybody's doing it, it's no big deal. You know, I'm 14 years old. I don't want to smoke cigarettes. It's not right. It's stupid. You want to be part of the group. Maybe I say to my friend, Donna, I'm not smoking the cigarette. Leave me alone, all right? We'll hang out later. I'll talk to you later. I'm not yelling and screaming at her. I'm not calling her a jerk. I'm not preaching. That's bullying. You better stop bullying because that's not allowed. There's a law against it. No. Short and to the point. So we have to teach how to just tell somebody, cut it out. And when you do that, you turn and walk away if you can. Any questions up to this point? Okay? If you're very young, well, if you're the parent of someone who's very young, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, you might tell somebody, like, what's your name, young man?
Eric.
Eric. Can I use you as a volunteer?
Yep.
Thank you. If you were picking on me and I was in first or second grade, I might say to you, Eric, stop, leave me alone. And I've walked away. And you're following me. Hey, I did all these things that guy did in the bully proofing class, and you're still following me. Maybe I might say, Eric, stop. If you don't stop, I'm going to tell Mrs. McKenzie. Okay? Now I'll walk away again. A first grader might do that, a second grader, maybe a third grader. You get to about 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th grade, they don't want to say, if you don't stop, I'm going to tell somebody. I got to tell you, as a 50-year-old man, I would. If this guy was bugging me on the street and I try to ignore him, let's say I'm walking down the street with my girlfriend. He says something about her body or something, very rude, very obnoxious, okay? Maybe he's this drunk idiot. I don't know who you are, okay? I try to ignore it. He's following me. I try to keep walking away, just like I said. He's following me. I might say, hey, buddy, cut it out. And I walk away. He's still following me. What's wrong with this guy? I might say to him, hey, look, you either cut it out or I call the police. It's your choice. And I walk away. Now, do you think me? I'm pushing 50. You think I'm going to worry if he's going to call me, oh, look at that 50-year-old tattletale? I don't care what you call me. I really don't care. But to be honest with you, if you're somewhere around 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, you might be uncomfortable being called a tattletale. My point is, this strategy is not bad for very young kids or kids in high school to say, hey, pal, if you don't stop, I'm going to get help. Okay? Sometimes what you have to do, if somebody doesn't stop bothering you, harassing, whatever age you are, you actually have to teach young people to go to an adult. You have to teach them how to feel okay about that. If I go to an adult for help, I'm not a tattletale. It doesn't mean I can't fight my own battles. Remember, the bully is going to call me a tattletale or anything. Why? Because the bully doesn't want me to get help. They want to continue to bully me. So they're going to say anything to stop me from going to the adult. So we have to work with young people to teach them how to go up. And it might look like this. Miss McKenzie, look, Scott's been bothering me and calling me names. I try to ignore. I try to walk away. And he kept following me. He does this every day. I even told him to stop, and then he does it every day. And like, I'm trying to stay out of a fight with him, so maybe you can help me. Sure. I trust her. I feel okay. I say, but Steve, you're getting help from the adult? Well, what am I supposed to do? Just continue to get bullied or harassed? I don't care if you're your age or my age. If I got somebody who's bothering me, it could be my spouse, my wife who's always hurting me, I got to get help from another adult. I can't do it by myself. Maybe I have to go to the police because my neighbor keeps doing things and hurting me or destroying my property. I need to get help. Now notice, this is an adult I trust. Maybe you don't know her very well. Maybe you've gone to her and she never helped you in the past. So I always say, find another adult. Maybe I'll go to this adult over here. I remember Mrs. Stone from when I was a student at Monument. She was really cool, so now I go to her. And if she helps me, that's great. And if she doesn't, then maybe I'll go to this person over here that I happen to know, who happens to be my best friend's mother, because she's really cool. The idea is you can't give up, and you have to teach children that tattling is when you're just trying to get someone in trouble because it's fun. Telling is when you're trying to save yourself or somebody else. What's your name, young lady?
Teresa.
Teresa?
Teresa.
Teresa?
Yeah.
Teresa. I like that name, Teresa. Let's say Teresa's in the back of the room, and she's supposed to be reading her English book. And I happen to notice that she's not. She's playing on her little iPad some game. And I go up to the teacher, and I go, Teresa's playing on the iPad. She's not reading what she's supposed to. Just want to let you know. That's tattling. Was it my business that she was doing that? No. She wasn't hurting anybody. That was her business. Yes, she was doing something inappropriate, but that was not my business. She does, oh yeah, you say that now. You don't have an iPad, I saw you playing with it in the back of the room. I saw it, don't even try. Okay, now, but let's say Teresa is bothering me. She's threatening me, and I've tried everything. I've tried staying away from her. She follows me. She's sending emails. I don't know how to stop it. Cyberbullying, all these things. I've asked her to stop. She doesn't stop. Then I need to go to an adult. And I could even tell the adult. I might even go to Miss McKenzie and I might say, look, don't tell the kids that I told you that what they were doing to me. Could you just tell them that, that you saw it on Facebook, or somebody else brought it to your attention, or the school recess monitors noticed that the kids were picking on me? Because I don't want them to know that I'm the one who told. Whatever it takes, we need to help our children understand that it's okay to get help. Questions at this point? The points that we have here are strategies. We're trying to build up their self-esteem, their resiliency, so you can figure out what to do. Because no one, I don't care if you're your age, or middle-aged, or old like me, or whatever, being abused in any way is not acceptable. And we need strategies and skills, and we need to teach our young people what to do. To move on a little bit, if you're a parent, one of the things, how do you work with the school? Bullying is very emotional. And if you guys go home and you tell your mom or your dad or your uncle or your grandparents, whoever you live with, that you're being bullied, they love you. They care. They don't know what to do all the time, but there's a lot of emotion. Well, hopefully what's going to happen is that the parents are going to work with the school as a team. So what you want to do is you want to talk to the teacher. Follow the chain of command. Don't just go to the superintendent of schools because your kid was bullied here at Molly Stark. All right? Go talk to the teacher, the appropriate person. If it works, you work on a plan together. If it works, great. If the teacher says, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, the kids are fine, I'm like, no, they're not. And if, which I don't think would happen, but if the teacher was not helping, then you work up and you say, now maybe I'll go talk to the principal of the school or the guidance counselor. Okay? I always tell people, you want to work with the teachers. Everybody wants to keep the kids safe. Believe it or not, everybody does. Okay? I tell parents, prepare for the meeting. If you were my son and you were telling me that you were having this problem, I would ask you questions. When did it happen? Where did it happen? What time of day? Was it in class? Was it in the lunchroom? Was it out on the field? Who was there? So when I go and I talk to the teacher or the principal, I have the information written down. Be prepared for the meeting. Okay? Work with the teachers and the school on a safety plan, kind of like, what is my kid supposed to do when somebody comes up and bullies them? If they're sending hurtful emails or they're making fun of him in school. In fact, there's two of them here. You want to work with the kids. I don't want to come up with a plan and then come to you one day and say, all right, Eric,